AM 1100.
The opinions expressed during the sponsored programs on this station are strictly those of the program hosts, guests, and callers and are not necessarily those of Beasley Broadcast Group, this station, its staff, other advertisers, or agencies.
Hi, sports fans. You're now tuning in to Chicks in the Sports, the hottest sports show in the A. This is your girl, the self-proclaimed sportsnista, your Gary Thomas, with...
I am Lita Lee, a.k.a. at Lita Wins.
Hi, this is Errica Blunt, the sports diva.
Hey, it's your girl, Alicia Bostic.
Hey, world, it's your sports guru. It's Bonnie, baby.
The game will never be the same. Game on!
Game on. We are in the building today, and we've got an amazing show going on. It's your girl, Liza, rocking the ones and twos, and I'm kicking it in the studio with the best team I know. So let's get right to it, team. Who's here?
Whoop, whoop. What's up? It's Bleezy. Happy Friday.
Hey guys, it's Carlita.
And Alicia, and we have a very special guest with us today.
Who are you?
My name is Katrina Highsmith. I'm the Senior Brand Strategist at the Highsmith Group. Thanks for having me today, ladies.
Hi, Katrina. Thank you for coming.
Now, sadly, we are missing our self-proclaimed sportsanista, Yakiri, but that doesn't mean we aren't having a great show today. So give us a call, 404-603-8770. And before we get into sports news, I've got some pretty awesome giveaways I want to tell you about. There is a women's empowerment conference coming up called the Lioness Arising Conference. It's their 10th anniversary. There will be a guest speaker, Dr. Cindy Trim. Also appearing will be Dr. Lucas and Dr. Dorothy Shalua, an international speaker and pastor, Grace Kapswara, and Pastor Tina. So give us a call, 404-603-8770. We only have 3 tickets to give you. That's right, only 3. So you better get one of your 3 tickets in. So call us, 404-603-8770. All right, ladies, let's get to it. I know we've got a great lineup today.
Let's get started with the NBA draft, shall we?
Let's do it. Last night, what a big night. And shout out to the Hawks.
I know.
We were talking about before the show.
Big W.
We give them a W.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Home team, of course, W. We've acquired Trae Young, and so I think this is definitely a win for us. I'm excited to see what he can bring and just the energy that he'll bring to the Hawks, and just excited for a great upcoming season and to get the ball moving.
Young drafted 5th overall. He was actually drafted by the Dallas Mavericks, but then traded to the Hawks for a 3rd overall pick and a 2019 first-round draft pick. So very, very excited to have Young as part of the squad. And for me, I think he's like the Steph Curry of this year's draft prospects.
I could agree.
I think he's going to come and he's going to shoot.
I agree to that.
He's going to help us score a little bit. And I think exactly like Errica was saying before the show, he's going to bring a lot of energy to the team.
Yeah.
And some young blood, quite literally.
And that's something the Hawks needs right now. Right now.
Yes, they need help.
Like yesterday.
They need super help.
Like a lot of help.
Like 2 years ago.
Exactly.
But welcome to the Hawks, Trae Young, Omari Spellman, Kevin Huerter. Thank you so much for considering us as a team, and you know I'm really excited about what they're gonna do as rookies. I think that it's interesting how the trade was looked at as a L by some people. I don't think it was an L. Do you guys think it was an L? I don't think it was.
Well, I think you're either going to get Trae or you're going to get Luka. Mm-hmm. And I think it was like toss-up between them, but obviously they made their point clear. They wanted Trae. They traded for him. So I think especially, too, you get a good player like this, and then you have a first-round draft pick again next year.
Right.
That's a great way to build your team. You're going to have a lot of young guys come in, plug into the system, and I think that he's ready to come in and make a difference immediately. Mm-hmm. So people were excited. You know, teammates were tweeting at him. Quavo was tweeting at him. Mm-hmm. So, I mean,
he's got lots of clout now.
If he gets Quavo's approval, then I guess he's good in the A.
Yeah, that's right. And a really good thing is, so DeAndre Ayton, he was a first-round draft pick, went to the Phoenix Suns. What's also interesting is that in the WNBA, Diana Taurasi was a first-round pick, and so was Brittany Griner, and they both play in Phoenix still today. So that's really interesting and really cool, and I think he'll play really good next to Devin Booker. So I'm really happy for him. Shout out to DeAndre
I thought
Ayton.
it was interesting. They he actually described himself and Devin Booker as the modern day Shaq and Kobe. So let's see.
Can't wait to see that.
That's big shoes to fill.
That's big shoes.
They live
Pretty
up to
ambitious.
those standards because
Pretty
that's pretty
Devin and DeAndre, you better be able to hold that up.
Yeah.
I'm going to be watching out for you.
I also, too, draft picks aside, I was looking at the fashion last night. I feel like basketball and wardrobe goes hand in hand. We've seen it all year long with the Cavs showing up to their games and uniform, literally. What did we think about some of the outfits, guys?
Let's just start with Trae Young. I mean,
might as well.
What was he doing? What was his thought process in this outfit?
I honestly think that when, the draft is a big stage, so you have millions of people watching, and I think that that's kind of their intro to, what they want to, their perception to be when it comes to being in the NBA. And the NBA has definitely taken this fashion twist to it. The guys are wearing all types of crazy things, and they're being themselves, actually, even though some of their pants could be a little too tight, or, I can see bulging and all types of crazy stuff, or you're wearing shorts with the socks and these loafers and all types of stuff. But, his outfit wasn't that bad to me.
I don't like the shorts, but we have a caller on the line, so let's... Nope. Oh, no caller? Okay. She went away.
Just kidding.
Maybe she didn't like our comments about Trae's outfit. I'm going to go with no shorts. I don't want to see any shorts.
I don't feel that.
But
at all.
I don't know.
It didn't bother
I feel
me.
like if there were pants, it would really set it off. But I think the shorts just kind of threw everything off. So.
It's like he was about to go play after the draft or something.
Right. Like, are you going to practice?
That's
right.
Leave those shorts for the court.
Right, but this is more like a professional setting.
Keep
so that's
that
why
where
you
it's
weren't
supposed to
feeling
be. Okay, so let's move on to some more NBA news. Let's get a kick out of Nick Young.
Oh my gosh.
They
Talking
caught
about
him
ridiculousness.
coming out of the club.
He's a hot man.
Come on,
Isn't he?
Yes.
Caught him coming out of the club. They just told him that Canada legalized
marijuana.
We have a caller. Who is it?
Hello.
Hello.
Well,
Do we have a caller?
they're not doing as much talking as Nick Young coming out of
Hello,
the club.
caller. Can you hear us?
Uh-oh. No caller? No caller.
We're having technical difficulties.
Maybe not.
I guess.
That's all right.
Alrighty.
That's all right. We'll just get back into Nick Young's ridiculousness.
That's Nick Young. I don't know. I thought it was really absurd. Why would you make a comment regarding cocaine? Like,
They caught him coming out the club, though. He's probably drunk, just
but
saying
why
whatever.
was that even on your mind, bro? Like,
Right.
come on.
I think it's his personality. It's one of those personalities where he doesn't care, and he knows that he said, don't take me serious.
I'm a joke. Like, he literally said, I'm a joke.
But unfortunately, it's like, okay, but you're on TMZ.
Right.
So
Don't talk
and you
to
have a
TMZ
platform
about
as
that
well,
type of
so
stuff.
you have to
you have to be
upload that
careful what you
platform.
say.
Yeah, but Katrina, you're like the queen of branding. That's
What would you
very
say?
on brand for Nick.
No,
would you say?
it is. I think that when you catch someone coming out of the club and you never know with TMZ, because I've been in LA and I've seen TMZ outside the club, and you never know what they're going to ask you. So therefore, if you don't know what to say, you can just say, you know what? Whatever just say a standard comment. Whatever makes America want to do it, or whatever makes Canada want to do it. But you shouldn't necessarily comment on something totally off the rocker and then talk about a drug that is more serious than marijuana.
Right.
So
that kills.
Even if you're joking or not, you know, it's still inappropriate to say. And sometimes these younger players, they don't really realize the damage that they can cause when they say certain things. So they have to be careful.
And just to clarify, he said, I want people to pass cocaine. Everybody needs to do cocaine.
Right.
In case we didn't come out and explicitly say it.
Right.
Nick
he
Young
definitely said it.
Yeah, put his foot in his mouth a little bit, but, said he was joking, came out on Twitter and not even apologized, but just kind of clarified that he was just kidding. And then he also shared his ideas on LeBron. Says he wants him to stay in Cleveland.
He said he should stay in Cleveland. I agree. I think he should stay in Cleveland as well. That's his home. He's most comfortable there, I think. So
I think he should go.
I don't think he should leave.
All right,
Why? Why do you think he should
Because they
leave?
burned his
Our caller's
jersey.
ready to talk to us. Caller, can you hear us?
I can.
All right.
Hi,
What's your name?
Yes, ladies, I am just enjoying this conversation and just wanted to tell you that I, too, agree regarding TMZ. You have to be on guard and ready for them. You have to keep your comments neutral
Absolutely.
Always.
Yes.
You do.
And that was anything besides neutral.
Yeah, it was.
Or just,
Totally
no comment. Put your hand up, no comment, and keep it moving.
Exactly. Get in your car, go home, have a great night. Exactly. Because TMZ is the worst at reporting news.
Yes. They look for some negative to report. That's what keeps them going, actually.
Always.
I just wanted to ask if you guys could, if you ladies could comment more on the conference, and will you be discussing anything today about the WNBA?
So our pre-recorded segment, we have WNBA news every single Friday. So whenever we have our segment come up at about 1:40, you can listen out for all WNBA news and all coverage. The conference is this weekend, and the conference is this weekend, and so we have 3 tickets we're giving away. It's a Lioness Arising. It's really, really cool. There's going to be a lot of good speakers, great food and, drinks and stuff, I assume. And hopefully, it turns out to be a really good event. So, if you want to go, we have a ticket for you.
I think it will because of you guys.
Of course.
Anyway. And that's exactly what I am, is a lioness these days.
Oh, I love it.
Okay, lioness.
Talk to us. How are you a lioness?
Yes, ma'am.
What does that mean to you? How are you a lioness?
Well, I'm taking charge of all things concerned Sharon and her family and anyone connected, and anything that I can do to assist anyone out there that's looking to start over, and just take charge.
I love that. We
are
all about girl power and taking charge. So
it's all about girl power, isn't it?
Yeah, for tuning in. And if you want tickets, then
we have one for you.
We'd love to give them to you.
Yep. That's
oh my gosh. Thank you.
Aw.
Yeah. Do you stick around and give Alyssa your information, maybe?
Already got it. Already took care of it.
Oh,
it's already taken care of. You hear that?
Another lioness.
Oh, she's on it.
Yes.
You're talking about a lioness. She's on it. Girl power.
You, Sharon. Thank you. And Sharon, just a heads up, with our WNBA news, we do have a special nugget in there from our friends over at the Atlanta Monarchs, so keep it tuned at that 1:40 mark. Tell us where we can find you on social media and shout you out.
Yes, definitely.
So
and I look forward to seeing you guys, okay?
Okay, thank you
so
much.
Bye,
Thank
Sharon.
you for calling.
That's funny.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye, Sharon. Thanks,
later,
Sharon.
girl.
Thank you so much for calling.
We love calling guests.
love
Call us. 404-603-8770. We've got 2 tickets left. That's right, people. 2 tickets. So call in.
All right, guys. Let's get to some other news. Let's talk about something
Well,
funny.
I mean, speaking of LeBron James, I'm hoping personally that he can join Kawhi Leonard.
I would like to
with
see
the
that.
Lakers. I mean, there's been talk that Kawhi is ready to leave the Spurs because he has just become disconnected and distant with the whole organization.
Right.
So I'm hoping they can both move to LA and get something popping.
Well, recently they put out a statement. The Spurs put out a statement, saying that Kawhi Leonard going to the Lakers is absolutely not happening. They shut down that immediately. As far as where else he'll go, not sure. I honestly wouldn't mind a Kawhi Leonard LeBron James duo. That might work out in his favor. Kawhi Leonard's been out for a while, and I'm sure he's hungry and ready to get back on the court and do his thing.
I like Leonard. I always liked his game. I always liked his game and his braids.
Yeah.
The straight back braids.
You know what?
They're just straight back and that's it.
I wonder if he's ever going to let those go.
Past wherever he has them. Because he's been wearing them straight back braids since I swear he came in. Because he's fairly young.
Yeah.
He's
like
really
27.
Young. Yeah. And so I've been watching him for years. And I just feel like the braids never grew. But he is just the good defensive player. I think he got like defensive player of the year several times in a row. So he's a good player and I do like him. He just seems so humble and just about his business and stuff. I just
so mild
braids would grow.
Love it. Also, too, it's like if he leaves, he's giving up 2 $619 million for a 5-year deal. So it's a lot to handle, but also, too, if he's willing to give up that money, he is feeling like extreme betrayal.
Uncomfortable. He said he was uncomfortable in the article that I read, and I was like, well, what's wrong? Like,
everything that went down with the team last year, he was hurt. He had that nagging quad injury. Then he went to New York and was away from the team during playoffs. And I think that he just had a lot of bad blood, and I don't think that the organization handled it correctly. I don't know if his camp kind of handled it correctly, but there was just like some beef there. And
I hope it gets handled.
Right. Yeah. And he finds a new home, better home.
Yeah.
So.
On a lighter note, on a lighter note, we got to talk about Miss Kathy at the game. At the Phillies game.
Poor Kathy.
Poor Kathy. Y'all, Kathy got hit in the face with a hot dog. Can you believe that? I mean, really just got hit in the face with it.
She really did.
I mean, the mascot, they shoot out snacks, like in a little thing. They shoot out the snacks to the crowd.
At the Phillies game.
They put the hot dogs in duct tape so that they don't fall apart, and they shoot them out.
Right.
But Miss Kathy wasn't so lucky. She didn't catch hers. I mean, she caught it, but not in the right place.
In the face.
Yeah, right in the face.
What's that SNL segment? I threw it on the ground. I think it's like an old SNL thing. They're like, I threw it on the ground.
She caught it all right in the face. So
and she said that she had like a injury, so she couldn't swat it away. And
she
had
just had rotator cuff
she had surgery.
Yeah, and I'm
so she couldn't lift her hands up. And she said the next
thing
I knew,
she just had to take
it hit me like a ton of bricks
in the face.
Poor thing.
It's bruising and all types of
she has a black eye.
Also, too, the team released a statement that said that she is going to get free tickets for another game when she's healthy.
Aww.
But also, they didn't know anyone that had ever been injured by the hot dog cannon in the past. So
because you're supposed to catch it.
Yeah, Kathy's been a sport about it.
Like,
she said it's a
coming.
story.
I said, how did you not see it coming?
She's like, it just came out of nowhere.
I'm like, but okay.
Did it?
Did it really? Right. Did it, Kathy? Miss Kathy, sorry, from Plymouth meeting.
Yeah,
so did exactly.
Kathy, poor Kathy, but she's been a sport about it.
It's okay, Kathy McVeigh. The Phillies are going to take care of you, and you're going to be okay. And just guard your face from now on, okay?
I need you to get some more tickets in the next game, though.
Yeah.
And it looks like Miss Bonnie Baby has entered the building, so we're going to make some room for her in the studio.
Yeah.
Hey, Miss Bonnie.
Hey, Miss Bonnie.
Come on in.
Somebody else who has been like no stranger to jokes is Kyrie Irving. His new movie, Uncle Drew, coming out.
I can't wait.
Filmed right here in Atlanta, and it actually started filming right after he was traded from Miami to the Celtics. So he was in the movie, alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Chris Webber, Reggie Miller, Nate Robinson.
Lisa Leslie.
So huge deal for him. And coming out, right as the season is wrapped up. And so very exciting things coming out. It's supposed to be so funny.
Oh, yeah. I bet it is.
Really, really good.
It has Tiffany Haddish in it. I mean, come on. It's going to be funny.
It reminds me of Space Jam on the low.
A little bit.
It really, because I'm just like, okay, like, are we really Space Jamming it again? But it may be a good movie though.
Well, the character came out of a Pepsi commercial. It was like a 5-minute short commercial. But it actually took him 4 hours every single day in the makeup chair to transform him into this like geriatric alter ego.
That's some dedication right there.
Yeah. So he was like, I would fall asleep in hair and makeup, and I'd wake up as Uncle Drew.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, how cool is that?
I think I'm a little skeptical only because when people transition from being a professional athlete or singer to an actor, it's like, can you really act? Is my question.
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian did it, and it was like terrible. She's in that one movie.
But Nicki Minaj did it, and she killed it.
I feel that way about Beyonce. Beyonce was terrible and obsessed. I'm sorry.
When she was younger, she was actually an actor. She did theater and stuff like that.
Really?
So she knew about that.
Kyrie did theater in high school too. He actually did. He did High School Musical. He was Corbin Blue's part because he did it to overcome his fear of public speaking. So he was like, I would sing Rent songs, like getting ready for like pregame. Yeah, he is like a really big fan of musicals.
I'm definitely excited about
that. Is so funny.
And, to be honest, I feel like it's gonna be. I don't know. It's just one of those movies. I feel like any movie based around basketball just has all the feels.
It
You've
warms
got drama,
my heart.
You've
Absolutely.
got comedy. You've got romance. You've got it all. So I'm so excited.
Mm-hmm. And we posted up on our story the picture of what Kyrie looks like as an old man. So he said it was funny because you have to train yourself. He's like a strong athlete. He's in tip top shape, and then he had to train himself to act old. So
right.
He said it was challenging, but so fun and so cool that it was filmed right here in Atlanta.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I really, really love that. So be looking out for Uncle Drew. It's coming out June 29th next weekend. So you guys go see that. Next up, Alicia, I'm going to let you handle this. Go ahead and talk about your best friend Tom Brady for us.
Everyone hates on Tom Brady, so I will be the
I am a proud hater of Tom Brady.
Tell us why we shouldn't. Come on, change our opinions.
Chicks into sports Tom Brady fans.
Change our minds, Alicia.
Yeah, so Tom Brady, there's been a lot of talk about his relationship with Bill Belichick. People say that it's strained. People say that they're not getting along. And Tom Brady talked to Oprah, of all people, to set the record straight, saying, I mean, I love him. I love that he's an incredible coach and a mentor to me. He's pushed me in a lot of ways. But like everything, we don't absolutely agree on everything, but that's relationships. So, I mean, I don't know why we keep talking about their relationship. Both of them have the same goal. They want to win Super Bowls.
Mm-hmm. Right. And they are.
And so it's the same kind of thing. I think if anytime you have a player who's as talented as and as smart as Tom Brady, you're going to like have little riffs with the coach because he is just as smart.
But you're supposed to. That's a healthy relationship. You're
Right.
not going to always get along with everybody. And I feel like, us attacking the relationship kind of is just, they're probably looking at us like, well, don't you argue with your mom? Like, it's the same thing. Or you argue with your dad. So I think that even disagreements just create a stronger bond for them.
Yeah, you're going to have ups and downs, but that's what makes your bond stronger.
Exactly.
Especially since they've been working together for so long. They're used to it.
Well, they just bounce things off each other, I think. It's not like a LeBron James kind of thing where it's like, I'm the coach, but I'm really just not really officially.
Right.
Like, he's not. Bill Belichick is not just like a front. Like, he's the real deal, and it just so happens that Tom Brady may have some opinions.
We have
as
a
well.
caller. Who is it? Alyssa, bring us in.
Hey, caller.
Hi, caller. Oh, just kidding. Joke. Okay.
All right, bye, caller.
How do you also feel about Brady's comment about retirement?
Oh, yeah, he did. He did talk about it.
Remarks. First, he was like, I'm going to be around until I'm 45. And then he kind of made a sly remark like, oh, retirement possibly?
Who said that?
Tom Brady.
Oh, my God. You know what? Since I'm an Eagles fan, I really don't care.
Same. I'm not an Eagles
fan.
Go
ahead, Brady. Go ahead and sit down
I'm not
somewhere.
an Eagles fan, but I just don't care. You know,
Okay,
I would
I'm
rather
like,
him just exit left,
down. You are great. I'm going to give him
to
that.
the left.
It's
but
the off
Respect
season.
greatness. So.
You got to give credit
I
where
don't mind
it's
you
due.
sitting down. Let my Eagles win one more time.
You got to give
got
credit
like
where it's
17
due.
rings, bro. So
No,
I
no,
just
right.
prefer,
It's the
I'm
off
just coming
season. I
from
think
a-
people are getting stir crazy. That's why we're talking about
Just
Ben
about creating
Roethlisberger
stuff.
returning or not returning. He's got 2 years left on his contract too. So,
and it's that that weird time of year where there's nothing to really
There's
watch.
nothing going on. Well,
you know what I mean?
I do take that back.
Well, the World Cup, yeah.
the World Cup has
Team
been
Brazil. I'm going for Team Brazil.
And we
so.
have the WNBA going on right now.
Yeah.
Our dream is doing great.
So.
Yeah, Atlanta Dream's doing great.
It is.
Like, let me just create some more stuff to talk about.
Right.
Yeah,
we're almost there. We're
getting
almost to football
stir-crazy.
season now.
So
We're
they're
almost
like,
there.
oh, what's going to happen? And it's like, are we really talking about this? But so just as an example, Ben Roethlisberger asked while hosting his annual football camp what he was going to do, what if he was going to play, and his response was, "Look, I have 2 years left on my contract. I'm not going to be the one to sit here and worry about my contract. That's not my job. My job is to play football. I'll let my representation and the Steelers worry about all that stuff. But to me, it's about going out and playing right now. And I think that there is maybe a lot more of important people who need to get their deals done for now."
Yes, like Le'Veon Bell. And I'm just going to talk about this as a true, diehard, crazy, and I do mean crazy, Steelers fan.
Okay.
I mean, I come on. I feel like this is so old. Like, this happens all the time. They always talk about if Ben is going to come back, if he's not well enough. He's had injuries before. He's played through injuries. Like, come on. Ben is always going to be a diehard rider for the Steelers. And so I don't doubt at all that he'll be back for an extended contract. He wants to play 3 more seasons, but, we just have to see what the future holds. And this deal could create more room financially for Le'Veon Bell because he is, as of right now, is not returning to the franchise. They haven't established a deal yet with him, but they need him. They absolutely need him. He's a total asset to this team. So I feel like they're going to find a way to make him fit in there. He had a really, really bad injury that had him out for a whole season, I think maybe 2 seasons ago. And so coming back this past season, he really, really did his thing. So I think they understand his impact and they understand that they need to keep him around. So hopefully Mike Tomlin will make the right decision with that, and we'll see what happens in August when stuff starts popping off.
Things starts popping off.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, we have a caller.
Oh yeah.
Forgot to drop the last call. That was my fault. Totally me.
Okay.
But caller, can you hear us?
I can hear you guys. Hi, happy Friday.
Hello, happy Friday. Who are we speaking to?
This is Clarissa, and I am calling to give a shout-out to all the ladies of Chicks into Sports and to my PR sister, Katrina. Hey, guys.
Oh, hey.
Hi, Clarissa.
Hey,
Thanks
Clarissa.
for calling in.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome. You girls sound great, and I'm excited. You're helping me get through my work day, so happy Friday.
Oh, great.
Give us your social information so we can give you a shout-out.
On Instagram at YUP, I'm right, WRIGHT.
I love it.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you
Have a
so
good
much for
weekend.
calling in, Clarissa.
Enjoy your weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So, let's get to our special guest.
Oh, God.
We want to ask you some stuff and talk about you and, ask you how you became so successful with branding and public relations and everything. So I'll start off with a question.
Sure.
What made you want to get into this? What was your inspiration, your motivation for this?
So the funny thing about that is that I never knew what public relations really was when I first, got into the communications field. I had no idea. I always wanted to be on camera, and then I realized I'm low-key shy, so I didn't want to be on camera. So I had to figure out what I could do that was like more behind the scenes. And my advisor, when I was in college, explained to me about public relations, and that's kind of how I was able to get into the field. And I actually used to work for the Sixers, so that's kind of why I have like a passion for sports, working for a successful franchise now. At the time, they were successful too, but we had AI, and he had just left the Sixers when I worked for them. So it was really difficult at that time because the fan base, the attendance decreased. And the funny thing about Phillie, just to not get off topic, but the funny thing about Phillie and AI is that they loved him. And I think that's why I went back and said with LeBron,
too.
But see, they burned his jersey.
Yeah.
Philly is a tough, city to play in, especially on the football side of things. Yeah. So when AI left, the city still embraced him. And then when he came back, he went to the Nuggets. And when he came back, it was a sold out game. So the city just loved him. And that's why I was like, LeBron needs to go. They just did him so dirty, and I just feel like he needs to go. But anyway, so that's kind of how I got started in public relations, through school and kind of understanding the field and what exactly it entailed, and it fit my personality. I am a Gemini, and we're communicators by nature, so it kind of all made sense. And it also is weird because when I'm communicating with other fellow publicists, like a lot of them are Geminis too, so it's kind of weird how energy works, But yeah, so that's kind of how I got involved in public relations, and just, moving to Atlanta, learning, the field hands-on and meeting new people was able to, that's how I was able to kind of get to where I am now. It's about networking and stuff.
Cool.
So walk us through a typical day in your life. What happens when you wake up in the morning?
Ooh, child. What happens when I wake up? Chaos. Like today. So I have a client that has an event later today, and the videographer that was supposed to shoot for the host that's going to be doing the red carpet canceled. So now I'm trying to figure out who I'm going to get last minute to cover this event. So I literally woke up at 8 o'clock this morning with a whole crisis situation that I had to manage, on top of trying to run to Duluth to get a banner for them and come here and get here on time, and doing that while I shouldn't be texting and driving, but I was. So a typical day is very hectic because you won't believe behind the scenes of things, there's nothing but chaos.
Yeah.
But as my job is to keep everything together and make sure the machine is running smoothly, when it's really not. You know what I mean? It's really,
but that's really admirable.
Really
that's really cool that you have the skills and the tanks to do that and manage everything by yourself. I'm sure you have help, but I mean, it's really cool that you have to do that, and you get to do that, and you get paid for it. And it fits you so well, so it all makes sense.
Yeah, thank you.
What advice would you give somebody if they're trying to brand themselves, if they're trying to make a name, a trademark for their own just their own face?
Well, I think what you're saying, okay, so just brand in itself.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that people need to identify what their goals and objectives are first, right? So, for example, with Nick Young and him saying that comment, I don't think he has anything really that he cares about right now that's associating him to a brand. He could get dropped by sponsors, who knows? Mm-hmm. But you need to make sure that you identify what your goals and objectives are, 6 months to a year out when you're starting something, so that way you can come up with a real plan to be able to brand yourself. So, that's my biggest thing. What is your goal? What do you want to do with this brand? Do you want to, generate sales? Do you want to, that's so distracting. Do you want to generate sales? Do you want to, what do you want to do? And that's what I always tell people. What do you want to do? Because everyone has a brand. And in Atlanta, everybody has a brand. I'm like, you are who again, and you have a brand, but you don't do anything with it. Right. And that's one thing I don't like about Atlanta is a lot of people that's busy and have businesses, but they really don't want to do business. And it's very hard to find reliable people in Atlanta, as I just told you I had a crisis this morning. So so that's, what's your goal? What do you want to do? And then we can start in framework what it is how we, are going to brand you. Because it's easy to brand. It's really not hard. It's just about consistency.
Yeah.
And that's what people don't understand. It's consistency.
Yeah. Well, with working with all of those clients, what would you say that your most creative or effective project has been up to date?
Oh, good question.
Oh Lord, so many. I've done a lot of projects because I consult a lot, so I might not be hands on with a specific project, but I've given all my input and given all my ideas for a project, and then I will see them through it, but not necessarily be hands on with it. So I can't really say what's my most successful. It's really hard to really determine. I'm sorry.
No.
The most, let's just say my brand, the Highsmith Group.
Right.
Okay, so instead of me putting it on someone else, I came from a partnership with one of my former best friends. Which, I'm sorry, she's still my best friend. But my former partner.
Oh, God. Please hope she's not listening.
Shout out to Kristen. But, yeah, so, and then we had KH2 Public Relations, and then we went into the Highsmith Group. So for me to be able to take one company and transition into another and still be successful in what it is I do, that's important to me. That's something that I was able to actually do by myself. And so that's one of my biggest achievements and accomplishments.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Thanks.
What school did you go to, if you mind me asking?
Yeah, I went to Delaware State University. Shout out to the Hornets.
There you go.
Yes. It is a HBCU. I'm very proud of my school. My school was able to, put me in a position that I am today and be able to help some of my fellow colleagues too. They reach out to me. They see that I'm in Atlanta. They want to move here and all that. So I do help out my public relations students at Del State.
That's
Great.
super cool.
So what is one of maybe your funniest memories with a client?
Oh, God. Funny? Oh, God, funny. I'm not sure if it's so funny, though. One time I had a client that had messed up dates on something, and they did not show up to their own event.
Wow.
And so we had to really scramble to get him to the event, literally push back everything, get him the next flight out because he did not live in the city.
Oh, no.
And he got it mixed up with something because his personal assistant, I don't want to blame that person, but the personal assistant is the one who kind of messed up the dates. And it messed up a lot of stuff, but we were able to kind of fluff things because it was a long event. So it really wasn't funny, but it was like, are you serious?
Yeah,
there's a
you're kidding, right?
It's a whole website that people have to go to get tickets.
You're kidding, you're joking, right?
Yeah, and you are not here. I was like, what the entire F? So that wasn't funny. That was really stressful. I think I lost 5 pounds that day, but we made it work though.
Now, we like to play a game here at Chicks Into Sports with our guests, and it's called 5 for 5, and Errica's going to kick us off with the 5.
Get your brain going.
Are you ready?
I guess so.
Are you sure you're ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
If you could be any animal in the world, what would you be?
I want to be a kangaroo.
Why would you be a kangaroo?
My
God. They're cute.
Or like a panda. They're cute.
I like pandas.
Because they're cute.
Yeah.
I
just think.
Okay. No, that's reasonable.
I just like how they jump and stuff. I don't know, it's weird. But like a panda bear or koala bear, that's what it is.
Oh, those
koala
are cute.
Bear. They're really
Those are
if
so
I could have a
cute.
pet koala bear,
They're so cute.
and a pet elephant,
Elephant? It's bigger than you. How are you going to maintain all that?
Well, actually, when I went to Thailand, they have elephants. Like they're called Mayus, and they take care of their elephants, and it's just like a really, really special bond that they have with their Mayus. And it's like a traditional thing, so that's why. And they're really, really sweet animals, and they are abused, and people ride their backs without with the harnesses and things. They're not supposed to do that. It hurts their spine. So I really feel bad for elephants. They're so sweet and big and tonful.
Yeah.
Right.
So describe yourself based off of a type of cheese, Swiss or American.
Girl, I'm cheddar.
Oh, she's not even Swiss. She's not American. You heard it here. You heard it here first. She's not Swiss. She's not American. She is cheddar.
I'm not gonna say American because I love grilled cheese, and that's what I put on there. So I'm a very picky eater, and so I don't even eat Swiss cheese.
Okay.
I don't even think I've ever had it.
If you could be any color, what color would you be?
A color. Iridescent.
Interesting.
Or I'll be like emerald because that's my first stone. I like that color.
They're pretty.
Yeah.
Who would win, Iron Man or Batman?
They kind of possess different powers from when I saw Avengers because I'm not into Marvel like that. Well, I think was Batman on there? He might have been in the other one.
No, he's actually a Justice League.
Okay, I don't think he's part of the Marvel.
Yeah, I don't know. No. So, but I think Iron Man might. He just seems a little tougher.
I agree. I would go with Iron Man.
I feel like he's more sensitive. Isn't that the one that parents died and all that? Or is that?
No, Batman's parents died.
Yeah, he's more sensitive and got a lot of emotional issues and stuff. So I feel like Iron Man.
I mean, that was a good matchup right there. I mean, they're both rich. They both, live
strong,
in kind of cave type settings.
Opposite personalities.
Yeah, for sure. I would go with Iron Man for sure, though.
Yeah, I would too.
And last but not least, what would you say your legacy would be at the end of the day?
You know what? I just want to influence people. And I just want people to remember me more so as just being like a really good person because there's a lot of evil people in this world. Mm-hmm. And so I really want people to just be like, you know what, she really touched me or she really, made me smile today or, it doesn't even have to be work related, just me as an individual because I might not do public relations for the rest of my life. So I just want people to remember me as just someone who was like a good person on this earth. And
that's so awesome.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today and letting us drill you with some questions and get to know you a little bit better.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
Now, I'm going to turn it over to my girl Alicia for the SMH OMG moment.
SMH OMG, well.
We got theme songs, girl. You didn't know that about us. We got theme songs. Yes.
Nikki's going to rap for us today.
SMH OMG moments up next.
Hashtag Chicks in the Sports tags your best.
Yay! Yes. All right.
Give it to us.
Well, I was going to talk about my girl getting hit in the face with a hot dog until we just built that right into the show. So I'm going to go with I think this is like a combined SMH OMG. I'm going to talk about Jameis Winston, who is likely to face a 3-game suspension for violating the league's personal conduct policy. What? Obviously, this violation is in reference to an incident that happened in Arizona, where an Uber driver accused him of groping her at a drive-through window.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so the alleged sexual assault took place his rookie season back actually in March 2016, and the league didn't start to investigate until BuzzFeed actually reported it in November of 2017. So I'd be interested to get your take on that when we're talking about public relations. But yeah, so the driver filed a claim against him.
And the claim was filed when?
Back
in November.
No, the 16th. Recently. The Uber driver filed it immediately, saying that he was not safe for other drivers. Winston has denied the allegation, saying, I believe the driver was confused as there were a bunch of passengers in the car who were sitting next to her. The accusation is false, and given the nature of the allegation and increased awareness and consideration on these types of matters, I'm addressing the false report immediately.
So I just have a quick question, especially because you probably know the answer. So was she the driver?
She was the driver.
So how would she get confused about who's touching her next to her if she's the driver?
How do you get confused? Because everybody knows who Jameis Winston is.
Get real.
I need the Uber now to have like cameras or something.
Right.
And groping is a major violation.
It is.
I mean, that's like
She said he didn't stop until she was like, "Whoa, what's going on here?" So,
you could be. Some people's reaction is like shock and dismay, or they freeze up, or not everybody's reaction is stop.
Well, no. I'm not saying that.
Right.
I'm saying he didn't think anything was wrong until she was like, whoa, hold up.
Right. And he probably thought because he was an athlete or whatever, he could totally do this. But it could also be that this is false. This could be false. This could be true. Like, we really don't know the full story on this one.
Yeah. I'm just going with, we're talking about his past. He was accused of raping a girl when he was back at Florida State. He had that incident where he was standing up on the table, shouting obscenities. So my thing is, Jameis Winston, like, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me 3 times. Come on, man.
Yeah. No, I understand. And I think that he does have a perception that is a little tarnished because of how he, his situation at Florida State and how I believe this school covered up, a lot of things that took place. And I'm not saying that because I don't think he denied sleeping or having any type of sexual encounters with that girl. And I think that, stuff happens and people see, a meal ticket and they go certain ways when these come to these athletes that especially, for sure are going into the professional, arena of things. But normally with athletes, they do, especially in college they do too, but especially in the NFL and the NBA, they do have like a personnel that talks to them about condoms and thoughts and all of that kind of stuff. And I feel like
that's serious conversation though.
No, it is. And
that's conversation that needs to be had.
Talk to them because they get trapped sometimes. You know what I mean? So unfortunately, they have to know what to do and how to handle certain situations. They need to already know that certain situations are going to occur because of their superstar status, whether in the collegiate level or whether in the professional level. Someone's going to try you, and you have to know, and you need to be proactive. So if he was groping this young lady, God forbid, he should have told someone like, listen, I think that, or his publicist or his manager or his business, whoever deals with his business or his perception, I did something and it may come out.
Right.
You need to get in front of a story when it comes to that, because when you're a professional athlete, you can lose a lot of money, not just from the NBA or from the NFL, but you can lose from your sponsors as well. Just like with Tiger Woods, everyone dropped when his situation, and he was just doing infidelity. I mean, he wasn't doing.
That was in his marriage.
That was his marriage.
Exactly.
And everybody was like, no.
Everybody was like, you're done.
Nike, no. Like, what? I mean, this is his personal life. You know what I mean? So for you guys to drop his sponsorships over something that had to do with him cheating on his wife, I mean, that's craziness. However, it is what it is. But with him groping someone, that's an assault. That, you know what I mean? So that's a totally different situation.
Well, that's part of the rules too. That's part of the rules. Like, you have to, even if you have to come out ahead of it. So even if he's not punished for the assault, he'll be punished for not telling the NFL because his Uber
driver
his Uber account was suspended in March of 2016. So he knew something was going to happen, and he didn't tell the NFL, which is in violation of the same code. So,
But that's
shaking my head.
I hate to be the antagonist to the story, but again, he probably didn't report it because it may possibly not have happened, and she made it up. So if nothing happened, you wouldn't report anything to an Uber.
Listen, if there's no face, no case, if there's no video footage,
no this. But he also said that there's other people in the car. So
that's what I'm saying.
Like,
what
kind of Uber was this? The XL? Because
why are there other people in the car? It's a carpool or something?
No, but that's good. And you should, because why are there other people in the car?
If there's other people in the car, you decide to grope somebody, I'm pretty sure somebody's going to be
better have been an Uber XL.
Or they're going to take it. First of all, if I'm in the car,
or they're going to tell somebody.
I'm definitely snapping you.
Exactly.
So
those are his friends, though. Those are his. He was in the car with his friends. They were leaving a club after partying.
It could have been one of his friends too. Who knows?
Right, and that's what they said. It was on his Uber account. So he said maybe she was confused, but it wasn't me.
That's what I mean. That's just craziness.
Don't do that. Don't do
it. I have a lot of questions.
Shaking my head at Jameis Winston.
Yeah, SMH.
Stay away from women. And get you a wife and just move over there.
Uber.
Because you just have a bad rep.
I mean, we're tuned into Chicks Into Sports. Catch us every Friday from 1 to 2 p.m. here at the Real 1100 AM. Coming up next, we've got some amazing WNBA news. So give us a call, 404-603-8770, and get 2 of the remaining tickets left. The sports family wants to give a huge shout out to our friends over at the Atlanta Monarchs for their 9-0 victory streak. Catch them this Saturday, June 23rd in St. Louis, Missouri, and this Sunday, June 24th in Ellsbury, Missouri. For more information about our friends over at the Atlanta Monarchs, catch them on social media at Atlanta Monarchs. That's at ATLANTAMONARCHS. Let's go, Monarchs!
Hey, what's up? It's Carlita, and you're listening to Chicks Into Sports.
What's up? It's E Bleezy, and you're tuning in to Chicks Into Sports.
It's your birthday, it's your birthday, we gonna party like it's your birthday. What up, it's your girl Eliza, rocking the ones and twos and shouting out your birthdays. Happy birthday Antonio Gates, turning 38. The All-Pro NFL tight end became one of the top offensive weapons for the San Diego Chargers in 2003, soon after joining the team. He was selected for the NFL Pro Bowl in 8 consecutive seasons from 2004 to 2011. Despite him never playing college football, his breakout NFL career began in just his second season of playing. Happy birthday, Antonio! Happy birthday, Kurt Warner, turning 47. The former quarterback played for 3 NFL teams, the St. Louis Rams, the New York Giants, and the Arizona Cardinals. He was originally signed by the Green Bay Packers as an undrafted free agent in 1994 after playing college football at Northern Iowa. Warner went on to be considered the best undrafted NFL player of all time, following a 12-year career regarded as one of the greatest stories in NFL history. Warner was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2017 and is the only person inducted into both the Pro Football Hall of Fame and the Arena Football Hall of Fame. Happy birthday, Kurt! Happy birthday, Jessie McKay, turning 29. The Australian wrestler, best known for her appearances on WWE Next, began performing under the ring name of Billie Kay in August of 2015. She signed to the promotion after performing in a variety of other promotions, including Pro Wrestling Alliance Australia, where she is a 2-time champion. Happy birthday, Jessie! Happy birthday to Ralph Pryor, turning 29. Considered to be the most recruited high school football and basketball athlete in southwestern Pennsylvania since Tom Clements, Pryor was widely regarded as the nation's top football prospect of 2008. Pryor had originally hoped to be a 2-sport athlete, as he was also one of the nation's most skilled basketball players, but he later went on to choose football. He was the starting quarterback for the Ohio State Buckeyes from 2008 to 2010, and was drafted by the Oakland Raiders in the 3rd round draft. He then played quarterback for the Raiders from 2011 to 2013, and later spent time with the Seattle Seahawks, Kansas City Chiefs, and the Cincinnati Bengals. He converted full-time to a wide receiver with the Cleveland Browns in 2015 and has also played with the Washington Redskins in 2017. Happy birthday, Terrell! Happy birthday, Randy Couture, turning 55. The retired mixed martial artist and wrestler was the UFC heavyweight champion and a 2-time UFC lightweight champion. Couture is the first of only 4 fighters to hold on to 2 UFC championship titles on 2 different divisions. Happy birthday, Randy! Chicks Into Sports wants to give a super special birthday shout out to Lou Gehrig. The baseball player nicknamed the Iron Horse played as a first baseman for the New York Yankees from 1923 to 1939. We fight every day to help find a cure for the Lou Gehrig disease, more popularly known as ALS. For more information on ALS, visit www.alsa.org.
Hey, this is Mike Peterson, assistant coach of the Atlanta Dream, and you know I listen to Chicks Into Sports.
Hey, it's Lasia Clarendon of the Atlanta Dream. You're listening to Chicks Into Sports.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Liza, rocking the ones and twos and kicking it back a few years with On This Day in Sports. Starting in 1874, lawn tennis was introduced. In 1889, the Louisville Colonels set a Major League Baseball record with their 26th consecutive loss. In 1929, Mel Ott of the Giants homers off Leo Sweetland with the Phillies in a doubleheader. In 1937, Joe Louis KOs James J. Braddock for the heavyweight boxing title. In 1946, Bill Veeck purchases the Cleveland Indians. In 1958, Patty Berg wins the LPGA Western Golf Open. In 1981, John McEnroe exhibits a disgraceful act of misbehavior at Wimbledon. In 1983, NHL institutes a 5-minute sudden death overtime period. And in 1994, FIFA World Cup, USA beats Colombia 2-1 in a 1994 World Cup match. First win since 1950. That's all I've got for you on In This Day in Sports. Keep it locked in right here for some amazing news with the WNBA. From your girl, the self-proclaimed sportsanista, Yakiri.
Welcome into Chicks into Sports. It's Alicia Bosick, and I'm the chick who's here to be unapologetically honest.
Have you been injured in a car accident or a slip and fall? Have you found yourself at odds with the insurance company and unsure of where to turn for help? Let personal injury trial lawyer Lamont Scott maximize the value of your personal injury claim by focusing on getting the money you deserve so you can focus on healing. Catastrophic personal injury, premise and personal liability, serious auto truck and commercial vehicle cases. Call us today. That's 404-671-9172. Personal injury trial lawyer Lamont Scott. We're serious about fighting for you. That's 404-671-9172.
Hey, Chicks into Sports family. It's Ulrich Johnson, the male perspective here, and I have a question for you. Do you deal with lines on your face, wrinkles, puffy eyes, dark eyes, or stretch marks? Well, if so, I want you to check out Narium. Narium is a billion-dollar anti-aging company that is changing lives around the world. To learn more about this great product, please go to ulrichjohnson.narium.com. That's OLRICKJOHNSON.NERIUM.com. Do it today.
You're tuned into Chicks into Sports. Catch us every Friday from 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Game on!
Guess what time it is? You already know what time it is. It's WNBA Atlanta Dream News, yes! Okay, sports lovelies, you already know what time it is. It's my favorite time of the show where your girl, the self-proclaimed sportsnista, Gary Thomas, get to talk WNBA news and, of course, my favorite team, the Atlanta Dream. Now, of course, the Dream. The Atlanta Dream went toe-to-toe with the New York Liberty on Tuesday. The Dream fought hard, but it was not enough to hold off the Liberty. Now, the Dream lost 72-79, but of course, Angel McCoughtry finished with a season high of 39 points and 14 rebounds. After the tough loss, McCoughtry said, "I love the heart of the team. How they played tonight, we battled back. We could have easily quit, and it could have been a blowout." Now, Atlanta is 6-6, and they will return home to face off against the Eastern Conference leading Connecticut Sun Friday night at 7 p.m. Now, the Dream will also host its annual Pride Night, proudly supported by King of Pops and the Icebox, celebrating equality and deepening its connection to the LGBTQ community at McCamish Pavilion. Now, come on, Atlanta. Come on, ATL. Stand up, rise up. Let's remain true to Atlanta and support our Atlanta team. Now, you know what? Let's do this, y'all. If I can run with the Atlanta Dream, you should run with the Atlanta Dream. Let's all run with the Atlanta Dream 2018. Yes! It's one dream, one team. Let's go, Dream. Let's go.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Liza, rocking the ones and twos, and you're tuned into Chicks into Sports.
They tried.
Game on, game on, and we are back in the studio, and it's actually time for us to go. You've been tuned into Chicks into Sports. Follow us on social media at Chicks into Sports, and catch us here every Friday at the Real 1100 a.m. from 1 to 2 p.m. Call in 404-603-8770. Until next time, we will see you in next Friday.
There's a lot going on in the world, and your world is always changing. That's why it's important to stay connected. The latest news, the latest entertainment, the newest music. If it's in the air or on the air, it can be in the palm of your hand, wherever you are, with the